There are two ways of standing holding the jaw. For Ritsu-jo, hold the jaw lightly in the center with your left hand and press your wrist against your body slightly below the hip bone. For Sage-jo, hold the jaw in the right hand with its front end pointing down and press the back end of the jaw against the back of your right shoulder. Let's look at the basic kamae or postures. This is the tsune no kamae. Stand in shizentai or natural standing posture and hold the center of the jaw with your right hand so that the point of the jaw is level with your navel and pointing slightly inwards. This is the honte no kamae. From tsune no kamae, bring your right hand and leg forward. Slide your right hand towards you to a point a quarter of the way from the rear end of the jaw. The front end of the jaw is at your opponent's eye level. When the moto-e command is given, return to your original position. And now the gyakute no kamae or reverse grip. In migi gyakute no kamae, hold the jaw lightly with your right hand using a reverse grip, making sure not to bend the wrist. Slide your right hand down to 1/4 of the way from the rear end of the jaw. When the moto-e command is given, grip the jaw again in migi honte and return to tsune no kamae. This is the hiki otoshi no kamae. Notice how the left and right hands hold the jaw. The base of the left thumb is pressed lightly against the left of the chest, with the body turned halfway to the left. Let's look at the basic kamae or positions for holding the tachi and how to stand at ease. This is the chudan position. Step slightly forward with your right foot, your left fist lowered in front of your navel about a fist's breadth away from your body. The kensen or tip of the tachi should be level with your throat, pointing between your opponent's eyes. Morote hidari jodan. The kensen is slightly right of the center line of your body. Morote migi jodan. Raise the tachi from chudan, making sure that the kensen remains aligned with the center of your body. Gedan no kamae. From chudan, lower the kensen to a point 4 or 5 centimeters away from your opponent's right knee. This is the hasso position. Hold the tachi at an angle of about 45 degrees with the edge of the blade turned towards your opponent. The tsuba should be level with your mouth and about a fist's breadth away. The wakigamae position. From chudan, draw your right foot back and lower the tachi to your right, turning halfway to the left. Make sure the tachi cannot be seen by your opponent. The kensen should be slightly lower than in gedan. How to stand at ease. Lower the kensen to about the same level as gedan, slightly away from your body so that it's pointing diagonally towards your opponent's left. There are 12 basic techniques in Jodo Kata. Let's begin by practicing them alone. The honte uchi is used to strike the opponent's face alternately from both sides. When pulling the jaw back, release the thumb of your right hand and turn it out. Nihonme, gyakute uchi. Strike your opponent's face alternately from both sides as in honte uchi. Do not change the grip when pulling the jaw back. Sanbonme, hiki otoshi uchi. This technique is used to attack an opponent who's holding a tachi in chudan. Strike his sword consecutively from the left and right. Point the jaw at your opponent's face to indicate zanshin. 4本目、返し突き. This is used mainly to thrust at your opponent's solar plexus. Twist your hips to the left and right and thrust using the front and rear ends of the jaw alternately. When turning the jaw, your front hand should be level with your opponent's solar plexus. There are two ways of holding the jaw with your back hand. 5本目、逆手突き. Hold the jaw in a reverse grip and thrust at your opponent's solar plexus, following with a honte-uchi strike to his face. Make sure to keep the jaw in line with the center of your body. When making the thrust, your feet should be like this. It's important to make sure that both arms are fully extended. Your opponent attempts to strike the center of your head. Block his tachi and sweep it aside in a circular movement and finish by attacking his face. When blocking his tachi, your left fist should be level with your left shoulder and your right fist diagonally above your left shoulder level with your left eye. Sweep the tachi aside and advance on the right foot to attack your opponent's face. 7本目、くりつけ. Evade an attack to the center of your head and with an upward sweep using the front end of the jaw, catch the handle of your opponent's tachi and push his hands and tachi down towards his stomach. When performing kuritsuke, the left hand should be placed in front of the left of the groin and your right wrist bent slightly outwards. Make sure not to lean forward. 8本目、繰り離し. Evade an attack to the center of your head and with an upward sweep using the front end of the jaw, catch the handle of your opponent's tachi and push the tachi up over his head and away to the rear. Evade your opponent's attack and with an upward sweep using the front end of the jaw, catch the handle of his tachi and push him back. With both arms extended, take another step forward and push him back. Your left fist should be in front of your opponent's solar plexus, your right fist in front of his face, and the jaw raised vertically. 10本目、突き外し打ち. This technique is used when an opponent attacks with a thrust to the body. Draw back to receive the thrust with your jaw and immediately strike down the tachi. Step back, first your left foot then your right, and turn your body halfway to the left. When striking the tachi down, your left hand should be in front of the right hand side of your chest and your right hand diagonally above your right shoulder. Notice how the feet are turned towards the front when striking the tachi down. Your opponent attempts to strike your torso. Step back and receive his tachi with your jaw and strike it down. When receiving the tachi, both arms should be extended with the hands about a shoulder's width apart. Notice how the feet are turned when striking down the tachi. Twist your hips inwards when striking down the tachi. Evade your opponent's attack to the center of your head by stepping back and strike his tachi down to the right. Raise your left hand above your head and extend your right arm straight down to hold the jaw vertically against your right side.